What's up, YouTube? I am rolling into my local Scheels to get my brand new Hoyt RX3 set up. I got this thing in the mail actually back in December, and we're partway through January now. I can't believe it's taken me this long to get it set up, but man, I've just been going and had so much happening. I just got back from the ATA show in Kentucky, and that was awesome. Made a ton of connections out there. Got to see a lot of good people, and things are popping. But I got back, and the first thing I wanted to do was set this bow up. So here we are. Let's do this. All right, we made it upstairs to the bow section. Josh here is gonna be the mastermind behind this build.
He's the one.
So I couldn't wait, and I already had my Hogfather set up on it and the QAD, but we're gonna be switching a few things around because we're swapping the string out with a brand new America's Best Bowstrings, and it's gonna look legit. I got it in flow orange and gunmetal twist, so should look pretty good. Isn't that nice?
Oh yeah.
It's a killer. So Josh is just setting up the D-loop and getting the rest kind of all leveled out. Here in a minute we're gonna be shooting this thing. She's gonna be a banger, that's for sure. Oddly satisfying. That's what I thought too. Is that not satisfying?
Definitely is.
Just
when it turns out perfect, it definitely is.
Just stacking knots.
Takes a lot of practice to get them knots laid down right, I tell you what.
Oh, dude, I believe it.
I'm still not perfect.
He was getting out of it, gave me a pretty good deal.
Might be in his boxer.
And Josh's guesswork is just second to none.
Yeah. He picks up my lottery numbers.
Oh, shoot.
Comes and goes, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
So what I just did is I took the stops on each cam, and through twisting the cables on the bowstring, I was able to put these cams in sync with each other, meaning that both stops, the top and the bottom, are hitting the cables at exactly the same time.
And the stop that he's talking about is right there. And on the bottom cam, it's right there.
So having those both in sync pretty much ensures level knock travel, you know, as long as everything else is set up correctly. Cam timing is just a little bit different. Cam timing is where the cam position sits at rest. So that would be, for an example, if I were to twist up both these top cables and then the bottom cable on each cam and just make it shorter, you know, that would shorten the axle to axle a little bit, and the starting rotation position on each cam would be slightly different. So timing and synchronization is a little bit different. As long as you're within your axle to axle spec of your bow within typically 1/8 of an inch, you're in time. So you don't have to worry about that. The only thing you have to worry about is synchronizing the cams.
So guys, this is why it's so important to have a good bow tech that you trust. If your local shop, if you go in and have something done on your bow, like replacing your strings and cables, and they just slap them on there, pat you on the back, and send you out the door, you may want to find somebody else to work on your bow, because there's just those fine-tuned details that honestly matter a lot, especially if you're just really particular about your setups like I am. It makes a huge difference. So anyway, just make sure you guys have good bow techs like Josh here. Should we shoot this thing or what?
You bet. Let's hit the range.
All right, so we're in the range now. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do two different things. One, I'm gonna shoot the bow through paper, and Josh is gonna tell me what to do with the hole. We'll take it back out there and make any adjustments if we need to. And then also, I'm gonna make sure that this peep, when I'm at full draw on my face, that this peep lines up with everything the way that it should, so. Peep looks really good. What do you think?
It's pretty close, but it ain't perfect.
We're looking for that bullet hole right out the bat, so not too bad if we have to make just a small adjustment. So the adjustment that we had to make was just moving the rest, and did you move it up or down?
I moved it up just slightly since our tear was just slightly high.
Okay, so what he's talking about here, you see that arrow? Give you that analogy.
Yeah.
So what Josh's talking about here, basically with this hole, this arrow is super exaggerated, but this arrow is going in knock, oh my gosh, I'm all sideways. This arrow is going in here knock high. That's extremely exaggerated, but that is what that tear right there is telling us. So Josh, why does that do that with the rest? Kind of explain that.
Well, essentially, you could pretty much say that the rest was just sitting too low, and so as the arrow's coming out of the bow, it's just kicking it up just slightly, just a little bit. It's not the end of the world. You can still shoot a bow with a tear like that extremely, extremely well, but if you can get it perfect, you're that much further ahead.
We're trying to get things perfect here.
Yep.
Sweet.
So just made a slight adjustment up on the rest. We're gonna shoot it through paper again and see if we got a little closer.
Let's see what this thing does. That right there is what you're looking for. I'd say that looks pretty good, Josh.
Yeah, you're probably about right. Maybe I'll shoot one more time.
You like that? Or one more time?
One more time.
One more time.
Just see how good you are.
Yeah.
Put the pressure on you now. Bow's tuned, but are you?
I know it, I know it. And actually that makes a lot of difference. So kind of explain that too with your follow through and how you shoot. If you're torquing the bow super hard one way or the other, I mean, that's gonna affect your tear like heavily. So.
Right, so generally when you're getting like an off tear, it's because your grip position on the bow handle you're generally sliding off to one side, or just the palm of your hand is just hitting, you know, just sitting differently on the bow. You know, so if you have more pressure down low or up top or on the side of the grip because your hand's rotating off to the side like that, you know, it could potentially, you know, twist the string out of the, like the line of the cam up top and on bottom, and just cause some inconsistencies. It's pretty easy to have an inconsistent grip and get, you know, a sideways tear in the paper because of that.
Right. When you're at full draw, everything with that bow, any movements that you make on your face, on the bow, with your back, your elbow, your shoulders, everything becomes extremely exaggerated, and it's pretty easy to throw something off like that, like a tear. So we're gonna shoot again, see if the bow's on, see if I'm on.
No pressure.
I know, see if we can recreate that hole.
Man, this guy's pretty good.
Looks good to me. I'm happy with it.
I think it'll kill a deer.
I think it'll do all right. Sweet. That felt pretty good.
Is that where you're aiming?
That's where I was aiming. I think. I don't know. I was looking through my sight. Trying to line that housing up. Let me do one more shot here.
Alright.
Make sure that feels good on my face still. Yeah, that feels good. Zeroed out. We're gonna see what the peak draw weight is. What we got?
81.4.
81.4. So actually these limbs pull about 1.4 pounds over spec. Now that might just be because it's got brand new fresh string, and once everything kind of gets shot for a while and breaks in, it may drop down a little bit, but still I'm super happy with that. Obviously I love that higher poundage, and that's definitely pulling some weight. That is a fresh tight and peak. All right, so everything is tied in, rocking. We're gonna throw this thing through the chrono. See what a chrono's out at. Should be fast. That's smoking. Guys, I've never had a setup that shot remotely close to 300 feet per second. My bow last year, granted it was the Ultra, so it was a 35-inch bow, a little bit slower IBO speeds. That bow was shooting 280. This bow with a 420 grain Easton Hexx, shooting 301 feet per second. And I'm a short little 27-inch draw. I can't be any more happy than that. That's so sweet, man. Thank you, Josh.
No
Appreciate it,
problem.
man. Another bow build, killed it.
Ready to eat.
Ready to eat, man. That's gonna be a smoker. All right, guys, I think that's a wrap. That is a smoking bow. That's screaming. And I shoot a Easton Hexx. Total arrow weight on this guy is about 420 grains. And I tell you what, that is a killing whitetail setup. Super happy with this bow. I can't wait to shoot this thing. I'm gonna go down to the range tonight, put some more arrows through this thing. And indoor 3D league has already started. I missed the first day because I was in Kentucky for the ATA. But I'm back now, and 3D indoor league is popping. So we're gonna put this bow through the paces. Thank you so much for setting this bow up, man.
Not a problem.
This thing is money. So guys, if you like this video, please remember to smash that subscribe button. Give this video a like, and go check out my apparel on whitetailfit.com/shop. Go grab yourself a hoodie, grab yourself a t-shirt, maybe a hat. Just really help support the brand and help support what I'm doing. So appreciate you guys so much. We'll see you next time.